and today I thought I would share with you a quick recipe on making, it's kind of like a cheese ball that we're forming into carrots, and it's going to look really cute on my Easter brunch table. And this is part of one of the things that I'm going to be serving at brunch for Easter. And I've already got my planted wheat baskets here, which I have another video, and I've got my hard-boiled eggs all decorated and ready to go. So I thought I would show you this quick little recipe. All you need is a food processor. You're going to need 4 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. You're going to need 4 ounces of cream cheese, Philadelphia cream cheese or any other brand. And then you're going to need 1/4 cup of feta cheese, and this is going to add a lot of flavor to our cheese ball. Some pepper, a little bit of onion powder, turmeric, and paprika. And this is going to help color, give us the orange color of our carrots. A dash of Tabasco or hot pepper sauce. And then we're going to need some soil, aka dark rye bread, to lay our carrots on when we go to serve them. So this is really fast. It's a last minute thing. You can make it in advance and keep it in the fridge in a sealed Tupperware for a number of days, 3 days for sure. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 4 ounces of the cheddar cheese and just break it up. And we want to really chop this up and combine it so that it becomes a uniform, creamy, orange substance so that we can form our carrots. And at this point, I'm just going to add the spices because I find that the dry spices help keep the cheese separate, and it just seems to chop it up a lot better. And we're just going to use 1/4 teaspoon of each. So 1/4 teaspoon of the onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, whoops, which doesn't really impart much flavor, it's more for the color, and 1/4 teaspoon of smoky paprika, or sweet paprika, whatever you like. I love the smoky flavor. It adds a lot of great flavor to the cheese. Oh, pinch of pepper. So we've got all our dry ingredients or dry herbs, and we're just going to blend this until it becomes a very, very tiny particles. So that's really nice and fine, and it's kind of, if you press it with your fingers, it's kind of sticking together. So now we want to add the next ingredient. So now we're just going to add the feta cheese, and that 1/4 cup. And I'm not adding salt because this feta cheese is quite salty. It's going to give the cheese a stronger, sharper flavor. And I just mix it up until it's almost a whole uniform color. And then I take half of the cream cheese and break it up. And you just want to try and distribute it as much as you can through the mixture so that we can start getting this really creamy and combined, because we're gonna want to roll it out into the shape of the carrots. Knock it down a little bit. Scrape down the sides, and then I just add the other half. It just makes it easier to mix, and it just ensures that everything is thoroughly combined. I could smell the cheesiness. Oh, I forgot a little dash of hot pepper sauce. And this isn't really going to make it spicy. It's just going to, again, sharpen those flavors and kind of wake them up. And that's it. Now at this point, you can adjust the color by adding a little bit more or less of the turmeric or the paprika. And I'm actually add a little bit more of the paprika because I want to deepen the color. And then you just want to take some saran or just a piece of wax paper. And then you just want to shape it into a log. It'll make it easier to roll out afterwards, and we can just cut little segments and make our carrots. Shape it into your log and put it in the fridge for at least an hour or until it feels really firm enough that we can roll out our individual carrots. So I'm going to put this in the fridge and I'll be back in an hour. So it's been an hour and the cheese roll is nice and firm, and now we can just slice it up and roll it into some little carrots. And I'm using this as an appetizer, so I think even less than an ounce of cheese. An ounce of cheese makes a pretty fair-sized carrot. So maybe half an ounce of cheese, even that's a little bit too much, but you can determine whatever size of little carrot you would like, and then just roll it in the shape of a carrot. And either with the back of a knife, just roll some wrinkles into your carrot and then give it another roll. And you're just creating the little dimples that a carrot normally has. I'm gonna put those here. And what I would do, and actually it's fun, if you make the carrots all different sizes, it makes for a more interesting appetizer. But I can tell you that I think for an appetizer on our little pieces of bread, these carrots are pretty fair size. So I'll make one a little bit different shape. And this is the easiest, really, just rolling the back of the knife across your carrot. You see? Now the cheese is starting to get soft, so I'm going to take half of this, I'm going to put it back in the fridge to keep it nice and firm, and then I'll just work with half. But I'm going to show you how to finish it off and add our parsley stem to the top of our carrot. Now I had to put my other carrots in the fridge because they were getting too soft to handle, but you're going to get about 30 carrots depending on the size, and if you make them various sizes, it makes it fun. So then you're just going to take your carrot, drill a little hole in the end with the toothpick, and put your flat leaf parsley right in there. If you could squish it up a bit. Give it a roll. Smooth it out. And there you've got your little carrot. And then if you lay it on pumpernickel, then it looks like you're laying your carrot on a little plot of soil. How adorable is that? You don't have to use parsley. You can certainly use the leaves from celery or any other types of leaves that you think you would like the taste with the cheese. And if you roll up the parsley leaf, then it becomes a little more of a three-dimensional carrot. And if you were doing something for a children's party, you could use half of your cheese for your carrots. You could use the other half of your cheese for a pumpkin patch. So I have yet another dish to add to my Easter brunch table, my cheese carrots on rye bread or a little patch of dirt, if you'd like to imagine that. Maybe you wouldn't like to imagine that, but it's appropriate. It's like a little plot of land that your carrot is sitting on. And these are not only adorable for Easter, an appetizer, cocktail party, but they're great for a garden party. And I'm sure children would love to get a little carrot. And it's good for them. My wheat basket's ready to decorate my table. And I've got my speckled hard-boiled eggs in the fridge, which are another dish that I'll be serving at brunch. So if you want to take a look at that video to see how to grow wheatgrass and make the speckled eggs, you can certainly do that. Oh, it is full of flavor and it really is cheesy. The addition of the feta cheese, it adds that extra little bit of salt, but it also amps up the flavor of the cheddar. So it makes it a really creamy, cheesy carrot. So if you try this recipe and you like it, I hope you share it. If you'd like to see more content, I hope you subscribe. Delicious. Enjoy.